Good evening, all you gorgeous, beautiful gentlemen and gents, and all you beautiful people.
Hello.
Oh, Duck just finished streaming? We are on a good roll.
Yes. Welcome to the second trial of the Danganronpas. It is time to find out who killed Chihiro.
Who killed the small bean? Also spoilers. But I'm
if you watch into trial 2, you know that she's dead.
yeah, unless you're one of those weirdos like, you know what, I'll just start off with trial 2, you know, it's fine.
We are not spoiling anything. Why is this not going?
Hey, what?
It's not working.
Oh, for frick's sake.
I'm so
Yeah, unplug him real quick.
Life's solution to everything. It doesn't work.
Oh, wait, give Steam a bit.
Steam, why? Steam, no.
Okay, we may have to restart. Okay, this is still fine. Alright, we'll just... Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
I know, I should have like a separate screen that says technical difficulties. Oh, I figured out what the problem was!
What?
Okay. You know what the problem is?
Well, nope, not unless you tell me.
Let me close out of this.
What's the problem?
So when you first log into Danganronpa,
ooh.
yeah, control hits.
I
We're
forgot to
on-
switch
yeah.
it. I'm a dum-dum.
Okay, for some reason, okay, but it's usually on gamepad.
I don't know why it changed over.
I don't know either. Maybe we hit something and just strangely went to that. I don't know.
Good eye for catching that, because I was like,
Oh, I always make sure for that
Okay.
because I've done that like when I was playing for the first time.
Okay, we're gonna
Must-
skip this.
Hit the butt, hit the butt, hit the butt, hit the butt. Why is it plus?
Patience, Ketrah.
Patience.
You must be patient.
Boy, you're trying to defend against whoever had the balls to kill Bester. I know, right?
All right, you can actually go into like the game screen.
Yeah.
It's going.
Yeah, it's fine. Of course. Oh.
I was like, she'll catch on some point. She'll figure it out.
I was like, wait, what do you mean? Yeah, we're on the game. Of course
Just give her a
we're-
minute. She's tired. It's been a long day, you know. Okay. We need to set skills.
That'd be a cute idea for a separate screen though. What would you put on it? I'd put a Kirby with like a hammer. And he's like,
And he's just like, what do I do with this?
yeah, exactly. He'd be like, what?
Okay. I literally have no idea what I should be using for this because you did most of the first battles. I'm not sure what's like the most
Okay,
useful.
aim speed is like when you're aiming at like the letters that you need to aim for. So do you want your aim speed to be faster or slower?
Slow because I'm gonna be slow.
You want, because the words go by fast.
Yeah, wouldn't I want it to be slow?
You might want it to be fast. No, this isn't the word speed. It's like your reticle. Like,
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would want that to be fast then.
so that would be upshift.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
You have to unequip the first one
Gotcha.
because you can't have both. Of them,
Yeah,
obviously.
no, I get you. Okay. Algorithm.
You're gonna want that.
I think I can have the rest of these. Increases the speed of memorizing a statement.
Oh.
So explain this one to me a bit.
That's for non-stop debate. I don't know if you've gone to non-stop debate. Let me double check what non-stop debate is again.
Yeah, I'm like... Oh. Yeah, I'm really not entirely sure because I didn't... Ketrah did the last one, so I do not know how it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, we can.
I'll just keep it. I can't remember.
Okay. Melodious voice. Damage is destroyed. Okay, that's actually probably a good one.
No, put it on there. You took it off. If there's a gun next to it.
Oh, okay. I did not realize that. Do I have everything equipped? Oh, I really don't have that much. I'm like, what else can I add? Nothing. Okay, well, let's go in our handbook and let's check out our 2 bullets. Okay. Use them as truth bullets. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to, I feel like, pay better attention this time. Like, I feel like I was last time, but like, not as focused on that.
Because you're like, yeah, it's Leon. It's obviously Leon. It's Leon.
Yeah, I was about to say, where's this one? I'm like struggling to figure out who the murderer is because I thought I knew, but now I'm like, I don't know.
In some games, like, I will say in Danganronpa 2, there's this, it has probably the hardest trial in the entire series. Not because...
What? Really?
Yeah, because you're not only trying to figure out who killed them,
Mm-hmm.
but also how the frick you get all the clues and shiz. Like, just trying to get all the clues is such a pain in the gosh dang button. I'm not gonna say which one it is.
Okay.
But it is such a pain, and I hate it. It's one of the last...
Let's just read over everything we got and like just really, take in this situation. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the memorizing mechanic. Yeah, so basically you can take words from other people and use them as truth bullets.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I hated doing that.
Oh my gosh.
And I believe like I don't know if it's in all the games. Yeah, I think I know which trial you're talking about. No, they're possibly. Not saying which one.
You're like,
I'm not saying.
Okay, no, you're good. Okay. Although Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura and Hina. I'm just going to say Hina. And may have used the locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, Chihiro had stated that she desired help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered.
Obviously someone.
Yes, she was killed with a dumbbell. The dumbbell found on the floor of the girls' locker room had a significant amount of blood on it. Mondo. Shit. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assumed that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she admired strength more than anything else.
She was always just weak, like, I'm good with computers, but for once I just want to get strong.
I didn't get to get the last, because I was about to finish my friendship thing with her. It really sucks.
No, and she wanted to be like, I want to learn more about you.
I know, I was like, we never got to talk about
us.
How basic I am as a character.
Like, I don't know, I'm pretty basic. What about you?
Yeah. To unlock a locker room, you need to swipe your e-handbook over the card reader. You need a male student's handbook for the boys' locker room and a female student's for the girls. It is not possible for 2 people to enter at the same time. Additionally, lending someone your handbook is a violation of school regulations. Unless they, quote-unquote, borrow it. Then it's okay. The handbook of each student that has died is placed in the mailbox in the main hall. One of the handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's handbooks both seem to still work, so it is assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's. However, Monokuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have broken. That's right. Genocide Jack. Suspected Genocide Jack victims include lots of names, among countless others. They were killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall. The word bloodless was found at the scene of each crime, written in blood. Profiling indicates that the killer is likely a student suffering from a split personality.
Also, Makoto definitely likes butter with his white bread. It's just how basic tea is.
Yes.
Yes.
He really is. I do like him, though. Like, I do like him. I like all the stupid stuff he says, like, all the time. Like, it's thoroughly entertaining.
Yes.
Just, like...
He's just such a basic boy that it kind of hurts.
You're like, you just dumb.
You don't understand women, do you?
That, too. I'm like, man, you do not.
Like, it's like, oh, this is why you don't have a girlfriend.
Psycho.
No.
In his eyes, at least.
In his eyes, even though Psycho is
using him. Yeah.
It's like, I like Psycho. She's the ultimate pop star. You're the ultimate basic boy.
Yeah. Chihiro seems to have consciously kept her distance from the other girls at the school, even from the beginning. Meanwhile, it had been noticed that she got along remarkably well with her male classmates. That's right. Like, I know we went through all this, but I'm still like, oh yeah, like, I almost forgot about this.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Like, there's a lot to this trial.
Yeah,
like,
and I want to be better prepared for this one, because last one, again, like, I knew who the killer was, so I was like, whatever. And then I was like, what? There's so much to this.
Yeah, and you're like, wait, Sayaka?
Yeah.
What? She did what?
Oh my gosh, yes. I know this one's gonna just, like, blow my mind. I'm gonna be like, what the frick? Because I've had so many moments like that. Just like,
Again.
why? How is this even possible?
Even though I spoiled about this one, this is again one of my favorite trials.
Yeah. The carpet in the boys' locker room was found with a blackish stain on it. Coffee, perhaps? Or a protein drink, was it?
Yeah.
Protein coffee drink?
Protein
that's what it
coffee
was.
drink.
Blood was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. The poster featuring a big-breasted supermodel among young boys. Meanwhile, the poster in the boys' locker room was for a boy band popular with teenage girls. Chihiro's handbook. Chihiro's handbook was not found on her corpse and has apparently gone missing. I never found that. I thought I was going to find, like, her duffel bag and stuff, but we never found it. He's so basic. Chihiro's body has been suspended, and her hands had been bound with some kind of rope. Her fatal injury was a blow to the head. And we figured out that the rope was actually the extension cord.
There's Pinka, yeah, all over that poster. Yeah.
Yep, that's that Pepto-Bismol. Everyone's got really bad indigestion.
Yes.
Sakura mentioned that she was responsible for a coffee stain on the girls' locker room floor. However, the stain had since been inexplicably scrubbed away.
Better use that scrubbing bubbles.
Library desk. Byakuya was known to use this lamp often. However, the extension cord had gone missing at some point, and the lamp's cord couldn't quite reach the outlet.
Yeah, she was okay. Chihiro has such a like, holy frick! Whoever killed her was not kind to her body.
Yeah, makes me sad. Oh my gosh, I did not want her to die, but I was like, I don't want to think it. Yeah, like literally, I actually kind of thought Byakuya was gonna be the one that died because he was all like, I'm the first to move away from the group. I'm a solo man.
I'm Slytherin boy.
Yeah, exactly. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. Okay, time for shit to go down.
Yep.
Oh my god, can I save?
Yes.
I
don't
already
know why
saved.
you-
I don't know why I need to save, but I
It's
just
supposed
feel
to-
like I need to save. Save my soul. Okay. Finish preparations.
I know. I feel like with Sayaka, it's like, oh yeah, Sayaka's dead, but this is the first trial that hurts.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Thank you, Monica.
Your votes will determine
explain
the
everything to me.
results.
Okay.
Please
If you
tell me,
can
you
figure out
strange
who
hovering
done
teddy
it,
bear.
then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Yay.
I just wish there was like an HD mod for this, you know?
So, first off,
Like the game still holds up.
talk about the murder weapon.
It's still like a little like jank in some areas. Not that you really notice it unless you look.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like look at the chair.
Okay, my favorite part about this is when their head is like bobbing.
Bobbing. Oh, you're gonna love some of the own games. They get even more crazy.
Really? Okay.
Oh yes.
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. I mean, I'm not gonna say that's pretty obvious. We're gonna go through this process. Make your argument. Oh God, I forget what to press. Locker room dumbbell. Okay.
Chihira's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound. According to the
Whoops. Did I do something wrong?
You want to do it on the iron pipe one.
Oh, okay.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
God dang it.
Interesting.
I'm doing so bad at this already.
It would make for a powerful weapon.
It's okay, just run through it. As long as you don't run out of time, you're good.
Okay, what do I need to click sooner or something? Because I did click, but it went so freaking slow.
Yeah, you have to time it. Like, there's some time.
Okay. Why did their heads do that when they're... I don't know.
No. It emphasizes, like, you know,
Yeah,
this is going down.
it's
It's
so
like,
strange.
like, it's supposed to be like with a heartbeat. You know, it's supposed to be like crazy rapid, like whoosh.
It appears it was a head wound.
So that's the truth. Yes, it's a head wound.
Yeah.
Used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Yes.
And
Got it.
remember to aim too. Like, I don't know how you.
Well, I tried to do it like a split second sooner before I knew it was gonna come across.
Yeah, it's kind of how you have to do it. It's
Yeah.
a little tricky like that.
Found at the scene of the crime?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but I don't know at this point.
Okay, but Yasuhiro is just a plain.
And there was nothing else at the
Don't
scene
get
that
him
could have
much money.
caused that kind of injury.
Hmm.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Oh yeah, there's the slowdown mechanic, so you can actually slow down and use your focus gauge.
How do I? Cause remember, I didn't do the first one, so I'm not entirely sure.
I believe.
Is it?
There's a way to check.
I wish Monokuma went over the rules again.
I know. I'm. Let me check it. Oh, don't look at this.
No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, just keep playing.
No, you're good.
If you
Don't
don't
look at
mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Maybe to you, Byakuya.
What? For real?
Nods head vigorously.
Chihiro's killer is...
Me.
Okay, so here are all of, like the.
Okay, wait. Which button?
And also, if you want to
first?
fast forward through text, you hold down the B button. So if you want to get to like a certain spot in the conversation faster,
Okay, so
it would be RB. So this one right here.
the first, yes. This one.
Yes, that's that one.
And then I'll set that down. Anything else? Okay. I mean, at least that for now. Chihiro's killer is.
The fiendish serial killer,
Oh.
Genocide Jack.
Okay, but like, that's not it. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Yes, I definitely want to hear more. They keep adding stuff.
I know.
For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt action. For this debate, lines of white noise will...
Oh, sorry. I want to.
Oh, the button for it's Y.
What button?
It's
is
Y.
this? Yeah.
Yeah. Bullets will disappear if they hit these lines. Okay, so think of them as obstacles in your debate.
Yeah, so you have to shoot away the white noise.
So you have to shoot it away?
No, you don't have to, but it's good, and sometimes they do block, like, the answer, so you gotta be careful of them.
So do you have to shoot that first, and then you can shoot the answer? Like, will it be over top of it, or...
You'll see, it's kind of
Okay,
explain.
okay. No, you're good. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the A button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. So I would have to do...
You just press the A button. to shoot it.
Oh boy, white noise.
Actually, okay, I really like the white noise mechanic until I didn't. Because it's
I already know I'm not gonna like this.
It's fun shooting it down for me.
Is it? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
But there's some points where it's like blocking the important text, and you're like, I'm trying to hit this. Stop. Like.
Okay, so I have to press A first, and then I can press Y to shoot. Is that what I have to do, or do I just press A?
So in order to hit the white noise, you press A.
Oh, you just press A. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But you have to aim at it.
But you have to aim. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's essentially just different buttons for shooting. But
Yeah, it's like trying to. So think of it like a boss battle. You have to hit all the tentacles first before you can aim for the eyeball.
it's a good way of explaining it, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you. No,
Yeah.
no, that was good. Yeah, I am dreading this, honestly. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, fuck, time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer
This is
out.
where I failed in trials.
Okay, how do I put my silencer away? Do I just not press A?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll go with that. Narrator. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. Yeah, well, it's not, okay? In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well, then good luck and have fun. Fuck. Okay, let's do this. Genocide Jack.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
Oops.
I'm sure
Go for no proof of it.
case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
That's impossible.
So see that purple text? That's white noise.
That's white noise? Okay, okay.
Well, I mean,
You get extra time, like if you.
there's just no proof for it.
Yes. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
For a moment, I was like, damn it, I typed this out wrong. Okay, I was confused with what the white noise was. I was like, wait, is it this? Or am I waiting for something
know
else?
one reason he could be involved.
Mhm.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
It is weird.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Bianca, you
Wait,
do know
what?
something?
Boy, you being sus.
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Boob lust.
Boob
Yes, of
lust.
course it flew me. I love it. It's like, no.
No, it's blood.
The girl with the only girl with the boobs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Junko had tits too. I mean, boobs too.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Tell Nagi.
Tell me. The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body. How the victim was positioned, right?
I got it! In every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
Yeah.
Damn,
Tell
man.
him.
Yeah, that's a huge meme in the community. Is Byaku saying, "Alright, tell me."
Oh, really?
But the funny thing is, he doesn't say it ever.
Really?
He doesn't,
That's
and
funny.
it's so weird because I was playing through this. I'm like,
He never actually says it.
no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's like this huge meme, and I love it.
That's
He's
funny.
like, tell me.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes.
No,
In
it's
fact,
less voice. It's
it's
just.
Toko.
In fact, it's Toko. Oh my god. I mean, that is who I think it is, but there was things about it that I was like, I don't actually know about this.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Oh, she is.
Well, fingers have been pointed.
Tell him, Togami.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Yeah, she's got a split personality.
Yeah.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's just not one person, but multiple people, right? Oh fuck! What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm serious.
Try and go for this.
Yes?
Schizo.
Oh, okay.
See? See, next. Z. Oh. It's okay, I'll work you through this.
Thank you. I was
mean,
like, what am I supposed to do with this one? Okay, that one was actually terrible.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's
I
strange
love that.
behavior
I love
after
Yucky. He's
seeing
like,
the body
nah,
is
she's
something
crap.
she has
Let's
a
be
split
honest here. I know
personality.
you guys are trying to be
Perfectly
nice.
acceptable. Meanwhile, she has a big crush on him. Awkward. One thing that shows Toko could have a split personality has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed. Right, like, yeah, I mean her.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual,
Yeah, her
right?
tongue was like lolling out.
Like,
Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up,
you went hungry.
Yeah, like. Sorry, it's still just like, what? Okay, just pause for a moment. What the fuck?
Ah, yes. When the greatest waifus in all of Danganronpa. Behold, her most glorious state.
Her most glorious Toko.
Wait, I found out why people like her so much. It's because of this face.
I'm realizing I should be reading this while I read it. And I'm like,
It's very concerning. I mean, she sounds completely.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Huh.
In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Maybe a bit too much.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room,
Wait, did I guess that she would be a
it's because
killer
she was scared
in
of
my
Genocide
in my
Jack?
observation thing?
Let me see. Actually, I can't see because the Google Doc is on my phone and I'm using it.
Oh, that's right. She was like, I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive it out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
Ba, 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 ba.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
See, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, it's
It
pretty
was to
kind of
keep her other
obvious.
personality from getting out.
Yeah, but there was some other things that, like, okay, how the rooms switched. I don't know. There's just certain things to the case that don't make sense to me. Why she would do it. That's the only reason that I'm like a little confused on this.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Nike.
Oh.
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay.
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Oh, thanks for coming over and hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you, Moonlight Crusader. It was nice having you around.
Yes.
Always glad to have you.
Yes.
You around. Yeah, bye, Moonlight Crusader.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
I love how Hina, like, just tries to have faith in her, you know? Like, she's like, she is annoying, but I try to have faith in her, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What? You promised.
Oh my god.
Can't believe you.
I did not expect that she would be like admitting to this like early on. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Does this mean I don't have to do any more of the bullet points?
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Oh, shiz.
Oh man.
This is the real world, not some romantic
Oh
fantasy
my
fairy
god,
tale.
Byakuya.
Oh, yeah.
I just love him though, okay?
is
like
so
he is
cutthroat.
such like kind of an asshole, but like he's just like
He gets the job
very
done.
honest. Yeah, like he's just very to the point. I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Besides,
I
you
don't.
broke your promise first.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, this is just some juicy stuff at this point.
You
I'm like,
said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
why did Byakuya need our help then? I'm really confused. Like, why was he like, you're gonna work with me on this case? When he can just present all of this. He already knew everything.
Because, you know, it's still nice to have, like, another person's perspective.
Yeah.
And we are one of the more competent people here, let's be honest.
True. I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. Don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. Not gonna do
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Oh my god.
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. You weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist
That should be like a
rush you
response
got
gif.
from killing.
How many
Could
times
you?
have I told you? I never said
I know.
that.
I tried. I swear I tried to
disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Oh my god, what is... Are we gonna... Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. What the fuck? A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck?
You were hoping to see?
No. Okay. Ah, I'm like not okay with this. What the fuck? Okay, I knew she was a creepy bitch, but like now I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm like
I was just
highly
like
uncomfortable
waiting for
right
your
now.
reaction because I remember the first time I saw this, I'm like, what is this demon?
Yeah, lol. Oh my gosh, is right. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Hifumi is just all of us.
I'm like deeply disturbed. Oh my god, I really don't want to look at her face right now. This like make me highly uncomfortable. Oh my god, stop! Ugh.
Murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Why?
This is Jack and Jill.
Oh, she's got a perk.
No. Like, instead of Genocide Jack, she's Genocide Jill.
Yeah. So there is a genocide Jack then.
No,
So she's got a
she
partner,
said
right?
instead of Genocide Jack, let's go with Genocide Jill.
Oh, okay.
Because everybody thought Genocide Jack was a guy.
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
How the fuck did she get? Oh my god, this is just getting like too much.
What, are you turned on by
Murderous mind, sound, and murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
And Sakura's like, oh, frick, what the frick is going on here?
Front to the back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and
Was her
gloomy
tongue just so long? It literally like goes to like
Her boobs.
literally the end of her neck. Okay, I don't want to hear it. This is the murder fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane. Yeah, you said it, Nike.
You can tell, Nate.
Jill, can I ask you a question? What's up?
Oh my god, stop.
Might be the mastermind.
There's just something about her like tongue rolling out. This like.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
I mean,
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that freakazoid?
Even Monokuma's like, what the fuck? I'm not this crazy bitch.
I mean, I'm crazy, but
Police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
What?
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
What?
Genocide Jill. I have several things I could say to that.
Oh, but you were like trying to hide yourself from things. What?
Oh, trust me, I've been having to hide myself from saying a lot of things.
Is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Didn't murder and graduate with
Oh yeah, their secret would get out.
I'm guessing hers was
I love how Byakuya's just like taking care of all this. I'm like, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, we're just sitting back, relaxing, you know.
secret was about Genocide Jack.
No volume from the game? Wait, are you able to hear them talking? Right. I can turn it up. No, just you guys. Oh, frick? Okay, it says that there's audio coming out. I can turn it up.
Can you hear it at all?
Is that good? Or is like?
Or is it not going at all? See, I thought it was going this whole time.
Yeah, same here. It sounded alright in like recordings and stuff. Is that good? It's really, really quiet.
Can you up it more?
Yeah. I just don't want it to overpower us. That's my only like. I
Could it be on your end, potentially,
Yeah.
Shepherd Boy? Because I don't think we've changed any of our settings.
Yeah, because I know, like, I mean, our stream is kind of quiet, but I don't know.
Okay. Let me just. You gonna readjust it, or?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a bit too overpowering. Yeah, I'm going to actually do a quick survey just to make sure before we go on. I can always check that.
Yeah, no, you're good. We'll just watch Toko's creepy face as we spin around in an endless circle.
This is why I hate new iPhones, because there's no headphone jacks.
There's no genocide.
Yeah, makes me want to genocide on freaking iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay, forgive me, I'm going to do a bit of testing real quick here. So, if you don't hear any volume, that is why. No, I was trying to check it on stream, but because I still gain game audio from here.
Okay. Is it the fact that we can hear it? Maybe
well,
keep it plugged in.
No, because that's not effective.
Okay. How about now, Shepherd Boy?
Yeah, you can hear it now.
Well, I mean, you were in a different setting, so I don't know if that would have changed it.
Oh, wait, let me mute ourselves because we don't want us to echo.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Alright.
Again, if you notice anything, like if the music's a bit too overpowering or anything like that, let us know. Because it's one thing to hear in a recording, it's another on stream for whatever reason, presumably.
Yeah. Alright.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
True, because she's like a world-renowned author.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
It's like, what? Frick?
See, that's what I was wondering, honestly, about this case. Because, yes, she's Genocide Jack, but at the same time, someone could have easily copycatted it. Which means it could actually have been Byakuya, knowing he could easily put it. You know what I mean?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion. Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
I want her to be the killer, though. I don't want her around.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about it, but something's still bothering me. As she said, I need to get some more details about all of this.
More shooting? Alright. Modus operandi matches.
Wait, what?
The modus operandi matches.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Wait, wasn't that the one?
Yeah, that was the one.
She was just trying to-
Yeah. Sometimes it's a little
You
finicky.
killed her.
Okay, if we just focus on remembering Tahira's body. That's it. I should prove what she said.
So you can
Sorry, but I
fast
didn't kill anyone.
forward through this.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you
It's
had
good
an
to keep
alibi,
it, means.
that would change things.
Yeah, until you hit it.
Alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
There you go.
No, it's
Yeah.
Do you? You can still turn it up.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same?
Like it's,
I'm not
is
so
it,
sure
it's
about
still
that.
low.
I mean, if you can hear us okay, then it's probably fine to turn it up.
All right. Here I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some water.
You're good. The methods of murder really exactly the same. I'm not so sure about that.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
All right. The next one's here's no sheet. You should be fine.
Yeah.
Huh? How's it any different?
Oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
I was gonna say, like, all the ones that she did definitely look different from Chihiro, like when she was moving. Because these all had, like, scissors, whereas Chihiro was tied up cheaply with a extension cord and had a dumbbell pressed to her head.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. The photos from the other Genocide Jack case, the neck and stomach. You'll see a clear difference. I mean, I guess the message.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. The photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed with their hands. Here I'll see a clear difference.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some
Alright, so
kind
I
of
figured
rope
out
to
the
hang her
problem.
up by her
What?
wrists.
Our stream volume is just overall kind of quiet. It sounds fine, but for whatever reason, it's just quiet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn this up. So,
You want to turn up the other one too?
like, do. Hopefully that's alright.
Yeah, I mean, just let us know if the volume starts to sound kind of weird. And if you can hear it okay.
Yeah.
Might
Like,
just have to have it up a bit more.
anything helps.
Yeah. Not rope. It was an extension cord.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Oh?
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, how the fuck did she get that to go into, like, a concrete wall? Like, come on.
Anime.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders
That
and
too.
the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
I don't know what she used for those scissors, but I guess they're specially designed, so.
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just
I was about to say,
waiting
they
be
were all, like,
discovered.
men.
Yes.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Shakira didn't fit it. I'm just gonna put that here. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Because Chihiro was a girl.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Oh my god.
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money.
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They were all guys?
Yep.
That's right. The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men.
Would she have killed Bianca?
I can't believe I said it. I'm so embarrassed.
The hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. You said it, Mondo.
Can't help it. I'm just a full throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me
Oh
just
god, no, you're the worst kind of person.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-blown
Love
fangirl.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
I like that. Ramen's very
I
nice.
have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it.
Nope.
It's a different matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly car!
Lovely. Even Bianca is like, what the fuck?
I would never kill for a reason
You know
as
what's
petty
good
as
when
mere
people do that, it's like-
survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That is true.
That does make some amount of sense.
whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
I don't even know what.
Who would go out of their way to
Maybe
use a
Monokuma
big,
will just
stupid,
kill her
heavy
anyways
dumbbell?
because she's crazy.
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
There's a ton in the gotcha
Any
machine.
scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. Look at her. What the frick?
She's fully equipped.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's just gonna
So I
murder.
can kill anywhere,
I mean,
anytime.
she has.
Okay, okay. Yeah, but like murder right now.
When I have my
Oh, that'd make her.
side by side. Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
Actually, that would be interesting. Kill Hifumi. We don't like.
And she is right next to him. But of course, it would be a little bit hard to plunge. Like, I feel like you with her scissors, it'd be kind of hard to plunge through all that fat.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
I mean, Hakia did.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the genocide death. I'm guessing that. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Here's my answer.
And
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna die though.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her. So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all.
Dear God.
Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now,
Since we first met,
the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker room. They're suspicious. Very suspicious. Nobody searched the locker room. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
but here's what you didn't have in mind.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
I mean, yeah.
on the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya said. It's made clear to me.
Yeah, good luck. I hate this part so much.
And something called truth flashback.
It'll explain everything.
Hold down the Y button. Okay. You'll memorize the weeks. I only have one shot to do this, essentially.
Yes, but if you like restart, then obviously it'll go through and hook it up again.
Never use this flashback. I don't seem to have the answer. Maybe ways to memorize it differently. Yes. It's the best time for flashback. Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits while you. In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well, then good luck.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy. The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about
That's
that?
the only one I was supposed to do.
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Yes.
So, you said Byakuya was
I don't have
acting
to do
kind
it
of
again.
weird before we found the body.
You haven't shot
But
it.
he was
it's
acting
open.
weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
Yeah, his family's a bit of a
Absolutely
creep,
take
though.
it. That's a natural reaction for any guy. The victim was Chihiro, who was a...
No, it's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
That's all you got?
We got. Come on, Byakuya. Don't go weak on us now. Okay, I'm clear.
Oh god.
Oh, please no. Why does this happen at least once every time?
I was about to say, this happens. Why does it?
Copy of it? I don't know.
Is there any way I can see? Dude, I can't.
Yeah.
I could save this whole freaking time.
Maybe that's my safe house, but if that's the case, I don't know if I can delete them.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
Nike.
Let's get Byakuya's out of here. It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with it.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
He gets into people's heads. Smart.
there
Oh,
is.
smart.
Byakuya is very smart.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden there.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body. But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh? I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody
Yep.
else must have.
Wait,
That's
wait,
so
noise.
fucking annoying. Oh my god.
You can speed it up.
How do I do that again?
The difference between
I
the cases?
believe the B button.
You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, and I use those things.
But Chihiro was suspended with some kind of rope. Was it not?
I know, but I don't want to miss it accidentally.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about
It is
that
nice
rope.
that they have the speed up button.
Hey, Byakuya,
Yeah.
where'd you get it from, huh?
You know, I'm gonna fuck this
I've
up.
never seen that rope before in my life.
Damn
Obviously,
it! Oh
somebody
my
else must have
god.
had it hidden away somewhere.
Also, don't keep shooting because you lose seconds.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those things?
I
But
was a young
that's
girl.
right. Then there must be something.
Hey, Byakuya,
Okay,
where'd
this
you
is-
get it from, huh? I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
can't do
somebody
it.
else
I
must have had
literally
it hidden away
cannot do
somewhere.
it.
What? The difference between you want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those things? Then there must be something very fishy.
Hey, Byakuya,
That's right.
where'd you get it from, huh? I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Okay.
somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Yeah, it's hard.
The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, and I use those things.
But Chihiro was some kind of...
That's right. Then there must be something.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh? I'd never seen that rope before
Hey.
in my life.
Hey.
No,
Obviously,
I
somebody
was
else
trying to
must
shoot
have had it
bullet. I
hidden
forgot
away
his
somewhere.
Y.
No. Okay. A, to get rid of the purple one.
Yes,
Y,
okay,
to
okay,
get rid of...
okay, I got it.
What? The difference? You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those things.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right. Then there must be something very fishy.
Hey, Byakuya,
Okay.
where'd you get it from, huh? I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Oh my god.
Swap the A for the corner piece. Easy as pie.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Yeah.
Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Also,
There's no
Shepherd Boy, how
way
we doing
someone
on
who uses
God?
that
You doing
extension
good?
cord as much as you do
No.
wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Nice. Yeah, I did edit some things. Hope you saw it already.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Yeah.
He's doing it again. He's smart. He's using it. He's using that to get into people's heads. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. He's not even involved. Not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
True.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihira's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. Does that mean? I really just accept that Byakuya said is the truth. I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Oh, freaking
She was
Byakuya
found
is not
dead in the
impressed.
girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later.
You know, I wonder if there's like a
Along
sprite
with the
edit this
rest
one's
of the
not
murder
of,
scene.
like, Makoto, but a Sora instead.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did you just... Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya had been so confident up until now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime was somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. Something that was switched between the boys and the girls' locker room. It's the mat, right? Carpet? Wait, no. No. It was the... I mean, the... But...
I got it!
Yeah.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel.
A big
But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
Oh, it got blood on it, so that's what it...
Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was new.
Now, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't
this
scrubbed
doesn't make
away.
any
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
They wanted it to seem like it was Toko that committed the murder, right? Wait, no, I'm confused.
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place
Wait,
in the
why was
boys' locker
Chihiro
room,
in there? What the
And how
fuck?
did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Chihiro. Chihiro really could have gotten into
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Oh, that was close. Yeah, it was.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong? It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker. Jack is the one who did it. Still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
Oh, she's speaking Monokuma's language.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess. For real?
I mean, hey, if it makes it
Now
sound
then,
juicy.
what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Can you get into the pool? So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We had it off with Kyoka in the lead. Where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Appreciate the fact that there's still 4 years left.
You want to check the neck?
The Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her
I feel like she's like
carefully, like using our hands.
time.
Let's take our
Let's
time.
really think
Yeah.
about
Oh,
this.
wait, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
I mean,
You're not wrong.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Yeah,
Aw.
sure.
Very well. I'll do it.
Aw.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, because then
No,
it's wrong.
it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what
Shut
you
up.
two are about?
Oh, God. She's like,
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
putting her hands together to prepare. Sakura then began to tightly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihira's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
Is what?
a boy.
What? Chihira's a boy?
Oh my gosh!
I was not expecting
Oh
that.
my
I mean, I
God.
definitely, it's
Ah,
interesting.
I see. So she was actually.
Yeah! Yeah! This whole entire time!
Thank you for confirming this fact.
No. Some of the fanboys are probably totally turned on by this.
Joking,
These
right?
guys are weird. But,
No, that's
I wouldn't joke about this.
well, I mean, she is. Well, he is.
It's really true?
Still kind of weird.
Chihiro was a guy?
Yeah.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Wait, I want to see art of him.
Really on fire! I wish I had killed him! So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement
say
back to the courtroom
that
and get
really
back
did
to the trial.
Surprise me. I was not expecting that.
Yes, same here. I was like, wait, what?
But you said you had it spoiled to you.
I do
I
apologize for
can't remember
keeping
if I
you
had this part
waiting.
spelled to me or
Now
not.
then,
Also, I
let's
think it's
resume the class trial.
Aw. It makes total sense though. Like, just it's not possible. Look at Mamichi. Everyone thinks Mamichi is a girl.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
I think that Chihiro was actually a guy. That had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Also, it's really interesting.
So that would explain why he was around like men more and like wasn't comfortable with going and working out with the girls. That makes so much more sense, and why he wanted to be stronger. Oh my gosh, I just love him so much more now. Like, oh, the struggles. He was probably so like embarrassed about that. Oh my god, this hits me in the feels.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
I mean, identified as she actually. I don't know.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but
And technically,
yes, that does seem plausible.
but
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever, we still think you're the killer, remember?
that's why it's one of my favorite trials.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Yeah, but he has
The way he's
Byakuya.
acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too, how can I put it, overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
Wait, no,
And
so it's Leon.
Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
I love Byakuya. Oh my god.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Yay!
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
What?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead, find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important.
There's some
wouldn't you
creepy
say?
people that are gonna be innocent now that are gonna just be running around the school.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Yeah.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of
Byakuya's
hide and
well,
seek?
yeah, anyways.
If Byakuya didn't do it, it's a real killer. Who murdered Chihiro? Maybe we can't. I was able to. Yeah.
I got it!
Oh my god. Since I've seen this place happen, you need a place to do it. Since Nan's hands up is broken. In other words, it had to be. It's still not enough. We need to fix it. Alright, what's our next point?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone
Rob.
saw the victim
Kill.
at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, it's wrong.
Is that right?
I believe
Yeah.
someone else did see the
Trust me,
victim
you would know
before
if
he
it
was
was wrong.
murdered.
Oh.
What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Why he went so late.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
Oh, which would mean he's filming.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
I better be going. I'm going to hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a
Sorry.
hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
Ketrah? No!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Why? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Yes.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
He's filming.
Easy for you to say,
Oh, wait. He might not have been on. Whoever was on.
but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same. what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Chihiro's track jacket really looks so cool. Wow, it's really hard to believe.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
That's a lot of.
He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said... She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Damn it.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Well, because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And he said that she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
I'm okay. My two favorite people are dying. One of them's dead, the other one's dying.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff,
Can't
wasn't
get rid
it?
of Mondo. I love his voice acting. I know. And I love his
Your
character.
true intention was to draw a simple away from the culprit.
No, this.
That's
I don't
why he
like this
says
game
no to
anymore. Oh my
Quit
god. Stop. This whole trial has thrown me for a loop. God. I saw that smile on your face as soon as I was like, no, it can't be Mondo. And you were like, oh good.
That's right.
I'm trying.
However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my
I've been
suspicions
good
about
with
him from
poker
the
face
very
though this
beginning.
entire time though. Wait, but Mondo's so
But
sweet.
why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him. The way he talks, right?
Any of these answers were.
Oh, really?
Yep.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Oh, frick.
You noticed such a tiny detail? Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
It says the killer.
No.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not the
Coco
frightful
is
one.
amazing.
Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Why? Why?
Mondo, was it really you?
What?
Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone. You've been all over me, judging everything I say,
Not wanna know
putting
something
words
that's
in my
even
mouth.
more sad?
What?
You know the final conversation with Chihiro? It's her talking about how much she loves hanging out with Pokemon.
It's so awful.
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
You must have a secret. No.
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Frick?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Found it on my phone. It must belong to Hero. Right? Right?
I got it!
I got
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed.
Yes.
I was totally sure I'd found
That's
it.
another reason Chihiro didn't want to wear that.
But it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not.
How did the handbook
They're
break?
totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Like a self-destruct.
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Put the handbook right.
I got it!
I know that one
You
got me.
already told us before
I
that the
don't
handbook has 1 week
Don't
point,
get
didn't
that
you?
one.
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
God fucking damn it. knock next time. What? Okay. You wanna go? Give me 5 minutes.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is...
Yes.
When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Oh.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away.
Oh, I
That's why you
remember,
may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
No, because he was in sauna, so his must have broken, which was why he needed Leon's to get in there then, right? And then he went and broke that one. Right?
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Taka. We're all very close into the sauna. It was
Mondo.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
That is the actual solid
I
proof.
mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it on Shadow of Doubt. What is it? Oh, there's multiple ones? Wait, which? What do you mean?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
What was it?
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
True.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh my god, for a moment I was like, that was such a shitty game.
No, I was like, oh, you're smart for aiming a little bit ahead of it.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now,
Go up.
is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
It was a very lucky
His
shot.
broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
Oh my god.
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
Yeah.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit, but no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
I mean, you're not
As
wrong.
such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning?
No.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right.
Okay, how do I select? Okay.
No, keep going. Also, you are.
Oh, am I? Okay, which one?
That.
You know you can do this?
Yeah, that one.
This one? This one, right?
That one
Goes right
in
here. Yeah, I was
this.
about to say.
And then that one.
And then this one would be this. This one.
Okay, because she's got it.
Yeah.
And
Hi. Oh, this, right? No.
no.
It's
That.
this one. Oh, and then this.
Nope. That one.
This one?
Yep. And
Okay,
then
which one?
There's not notice. Not that one. Keep going.
I was already at the very end.
Oh, wait.
You're not very good at this.
Wait. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Okay. Go left. Keep going. The one where it's taken.
Okay.
And then the door.
Then moving the body.
And then things close to the head.
Okay.
Then Byakuya takes
I'm
the
guessing
light.
this goes right here.
Byakuya takes a rope because he's a sick son of a shiz. And then next is
Oh, the burning. Yeah, right. Wait, which one?
cool.
Okay.
And then
Oh, not all of these can do.
exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Hello! Oh my gosh, Selma!
Yes, we are getting to the end of this unfortunate murder trial.
Yeah,
I'm still sad that
I
Chihiro
know.
is dead and it's Mondo.
I know, I was like,
Kills me.
Laura, why did you have to love Mondo so much and Chihiro?
Yeah, literally everyone I love is just gone.
Ayaka, gone.
Which is why
Junko,
the killer hurried to try and hide the
She's
act.
still gone.
First,
Leon,
pulling up the bloodstained carpet.
but Mondo and Chihiro.
Then, removing the bloody poster.
This was the first one that really.
And
I will
finally
say this
carrying
threw
the
me for
corpse
one of
into
the
the
biggest
girls'
loops.
locker room.
Like the fact that Chihiro was actually in the boy. I was not expecting that. Yes.
A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room,
Yeah, that
of
threw
course.
me through a loop too.
But
Wait,
this
what?
alone doesn't prove that the killer
that
was
was like-
necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks
Yes.
have been placed in the
Yes.
main hall.
I mean, I still love you.
Oh, you're so cute.
He or she, whatever. I think they're great. You know what I mean? They're still so sweet.
Using one of those, a boy could get into the
That's
girls'
sweet.
locker room without much problem.
I'm so sad. It genuinely makes me sad. Why, Mondo? Why? Why
And
would
that's
you do?
exactly how the killer
I know,
did
it's
it.
like, wait, why would you do that? Chihiro looked up to you. You were
With
bros,
the carpet
man.
and the poster
It
they
was like-
brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room
Yeah.
in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Yeah, I can only.
Okay,
could have
this
been the end of
whole
things,
trial has just
but
been like,
no.
what the actual fuck? Okay, like this is the part that confuses me the most. Like, what the
Yakuya
frick?
discovered the
Yeah.
body and decided to intervene in the situation.
You
Making
just want to make things
even
more complicated and interesting.
Yeah. I'm sad I didn't finish her.
So,
thing, though.
after
Like, that just
stumbling on the
kills me.
crime scene,
I wanted to so bad. How was I supposed to know she died?
So, yeah.
Kills me.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh my god. See, I'm really glad that that wasn't spoiled to me because, like,
Yeah.
literally, I just sat here and I was like, oh
I was really worried about that actually. I was like, oh god, because you kept looking at chat and I was like, oh dear god, I hope nobody spoils
I did
it.
not think that. Like, nothing would have made me think that. Like, literally nothing.
He went and grabbed the extension
I
cord
think,
from the
at
library,
least for me,
and then he got to work.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would just assume like, oh, they probably meant she, you know,
Use
the
the
spell,
cord to
you
string up
know.
Chihiro's lifeless body.
Yeah. It's so... Okay, that's just like the weirdest part of this. Okay, I mean, Toko is... Just both of them are just very strange.
Yeah, they're both like why, but also they're kind of like a perfect match because
Then,
of just how
using the
fricked
victim's
up both
own
of them
blood,
are.
He
Yeah.
left a grisly message there at the
That's
scene of the
good.
crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like... Just not fun spoilers. Like, I love going in blind to all of this. It just makes it so much more fun. This trial has just been me going... What? This? You've been loving watching me play this though because you keep giving me like that look like I know what happened.
He wanted
Okay,
to
I'm
create the
amazed at
illusion
how
that
well
Genocide
I've been
Jack
trained up
was
to this poker
responsible for the
face.
slaughter.
Yeah. You have had great poker face, except for when I said
the same time that Byakuya was putting
What?
together this
it can't
facade.
be Mondo, right? And then I saw the look on your face, and I was like, no.
Okay, at that point I was like, it's going to be kind of obvious, so I kind of let my guard down a little. But I was like, oh shoot, I probably shouldn't just yet.
Yeah, I'm happy. I went in super blind. Yeah, like literally, I knew nothing about this game, honestly.
Yeah. I was amazed because
killer,
Chihiro
having
being a guy
already
is like
disposed
one
of
of the most
Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived
Is
at
it
the
really?
Yes, like that Chihiro's a trap. So I was like, oh my gosh, she doesn't know. I have to keep this a secret.
There, they plan to destroy
I
the
am
last
hopeful
piece of
that nothing
evidence.
else gets spoiled to me, but I don't look.
Chihiro's
I
handbook.
haven't looked up anything like this. Like I've specifically just kept myself away from anyone that would be associated with this game.
Yeah, especially now. But man,
And just as
Yeah.
the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't
This
stand
case,
up to
though,
the
oh
heat
my
of the
god, this
sauna.
was really long. Are they all long like this or longer?
some of them are even
And the
longer.
reason they knew that is because the
Some of
sauna
them-
had
is this
already
supposed to be a
written
long
their own
one?
handbook.
This is probably like a good sized one, like not super long. Some of them,
And
like
that's how
especially
it all
like
played out.
especially some of the later on trials. From what I remember.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It was like
It left me speechless.
you were tearing up. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I had to keep this secret. I was like, oh, Dana, she told the Mondo.
Yeah, the Mondo.
No.
Oh my
I felt so bad because I didn't even go for Mondo my first
No,
time.
why does he look creepy? Somebody he looks
Isn't that
creepy.
right, Mondo Errata?
No. Oh, he's innocent.
Even Kyoto was like,
This
what?
can't be right.
No, just what, bro?
I know. That's so sad. Dude.
Where's
Like
your
he's like literally me and Taka are having like the same moment right now. Why would
You need
you are
evidence.
innocent?
You need proof.
We did give proof. It sucks, but it's the truth.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer had already revealed itself early in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is from. If I do that, everyone will be clear.
Yeah.
Oh god, what is happening now?
New element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more?
Yes, please tell me.
Let's talk a little about fever time and nega time.
God, no.
During a bullet time battle, if you press the RB button,
Okay.
fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. Yeah, I never used this.
Oh, it makes it go by super fast?
At this point, even if you push the buttons at random... Oh, actually, no, I did use this. I'm thinking of something now. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So yes, this is actually important. Never mind.
You can only use this once then?
Keep going. You can push A, however you want to destroy their opponent's variable of self. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out to make the successful use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to the special timer, right? So we've also prepared something called Nega Time that your opponent can use. The opponent activates Nega Time during the bullet time battle. Your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in the rhythm. There is no rhythm, which is what sucks about this rhythm game.
Wait, this is the rhythm one. Fuck, I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Yes, I could never do this. This is why I've never gotten like a, hey, don't lose any health in any of the trials, because this part always freaks me up. Because there's no rhythm. There's none. No, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, component won't use Nega Time.
Wonderful.
Well then, good luck and have fun!
Yeah, fun.
What am I doing? Do you want me to help?
Sure, have fun.
Oh, God.
Go nuts.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you.
You're the rhythm game.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
Oh, I remember how to do this.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
This should prove it.
Oh
Sort of
my
like
God.
Sora there. Like, holy frick.
Thinking so far is right.
Yeah. It's just, sometimes I forget about, like, in the heat of the moment, especially. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this.
Like, oh yeah, I have this option.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now.
Oh yeah.
Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
No. Why? Why?
Also, I love how it's Taka who was, like, the one who's like, no, this can't be happening, instead of Mondo. Hey, come here. It's okay, we both love Mondo. He's bro, and he'll forever remain in our hearts as bro, even if he did kill Small Bean.
Yay, I got A's. And I actually did most of this one.
Yeah, see?
Except for the rhythm game part.
But that's because the rhythm part is stupid. Now I finally figured it out, though.
What are you saying? I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Monokuma's just like, yeah, let's murder.
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for.
Man.
Grab your lever and give it a yank. Who will you elect
Think
as
he'll
the
kill
black
Phil.
end this time around?
I'm just done.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
No. Why is it doing that? Ah, frick.
It's like scenes like that. They can't
What?
Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again.
Yeah, they're really smart.
just.
Yes, it is so. The bludgeon that killed Chihiro Fujisaka was... Underwater!
I know, it's such
Yeah,
a nice
I
feature.
did actually not know that until like a little later. good, and then I have this option.
It's also really nice for people who play this for the first time before walkthroughs were there, so they're like, I fricked this up so badly. Oh, yeah.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Yotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. Need be more careful.
I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Okay. I know I'm in denial, but like, bruh.
Sorry. What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Aww.
It looks like Mono's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the B button to fast forward the text.
No.
Anyway, there was once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fujisaki. An extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength.
It's so sad. Because he's dead. It's late.
That too. It's like, oh dear God. And yeah, this one probably hurt even more so because you didn't know about any of this.
Done nothing. I'm so blind going into this.
You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember and he couldn't overcome his weakness.
Exactly. Okay. Why?
On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness.
Like, really, every time I really start to like a character, just die.
Yeah, that's how these games work, okay?
Why? That's like not okay. And then all the characters, I'm like, God, just die already. They're like, hey, I'm crazy, but I'm still around.
It's like, oh, how are you still around?
Okay, but even though like Yakuya is like really crazy, what the fuck?
Take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. No, nobody will be able to say anything about, even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly, and no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, that shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. Wait. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which of course include Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey!
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. And sadly, that'd be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it'd be good to ask for someone's help. So he wanted to tell that person his secret first and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
My last chance. You were just so distraught.
It was me.
Yep, it sure was. The Baker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he could fight in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So, he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong.
I feel like that was supposed to be Monokuma's line, but they had it as heroes.
Yeah.
That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro.
Huh. What he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been a part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real sorry. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that.
Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. That he'd also killed.
Would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? Why did you?
Dang, Taka, it could have been you. Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed. That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad. Something didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone. Impossible.
He killed his brother.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, you obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Oh, while on the subject, why don't I tell you? Embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
What Mondo did? He killed his own brother.
I knew it. I knew it. I don't know how I knew it. I swear that was not spoiled to me.
Yeah.
But like, I was trying to
holy
think of like, what is something that would be so bad that he would kill over it? And I know his brother died.
And so did his dog.
Animal tease. Oh my god! Don't remind me. Stop it. I don't need to get that.
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother name was Daya Wada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number 1 in the game. His number 2 is younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the game from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul.
Kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this game with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Would someone like that really be our leader?
All that to make the game look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the game. Which is why...
I just...
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with
Don't care what it takes. Gotta come out on top.
And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid's brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Ooh, that's brave. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. He died.
He's tired. My bad, kid. Fucked up. Sorry.
Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened.
Kid, this is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the game together. It's a team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men.
Decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the game. In order to keep the game together and keep the promise to his brother. He never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. He was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and killed himself. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Strong. 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 Strong.
Oh, this is...
Oh, it's like the mirror of
Chihiro. No.
And yet.
No, that was Monica.
And yet,
And yet.
as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problems shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother.
No matter what, couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Me and my brother had worked great, been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, for nothing. So that's why. Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled with all kind of fuzzy uneasiness. I started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before.
I
didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, it was an uneasiness. It turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. It was right about then. Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Right there. He told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
sorry I lied to you.
Why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
'Cause, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? No one found out you would.
But
You're right, but I want to change. I wrapped myself in lies. I am weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. Oh wait, this is my note. Yeah, that's right. Felt like it was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece
So
of...
what? You saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I
What?
should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Uh-huh.
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It's the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of it. Jealousy broke me.
What?
You're making fun of me?
What?
I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
no.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I like it. I can hear something starting to creak. Something in my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Why do you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I
No,
just
I-
wanted to.
Really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Strong.
Strong.
Stronger than you.
You
Stronger
son of a
than
bitch.
Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Killed him.
I killed
Killed
Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
I just love Mondo's voice
And
acting.
thanks to that, I did something I
The
can
what?
never take
Voice
back.
actor.
Oh, me?
Well, that too.
No. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. Weakness I outlived in his heart. God damn it.
Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. Couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what his true strength is. You see any hope anywhere in there? Cause I sure don't.
You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again, I dare you!
Shiz.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. What I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing?
It can't be.
Execution?
Well,
That's what I promised you, right? The black and that disturbed beast will be punished. You guys are all right with Leon. I mean, he's fancy, but
Now then,
I prepared a very special punishment for Mondo Wada, the ultimate biker game leader.
No! Wait! Wait!
Let's give it everything.
we've got.
Oh.
It's punishment time.
Sid! Wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Not okay. It's anytime like
I wonder if it's because like the cutscenes are too much for it to handle in one. What the heck? Monokuma with a pompadour. I'll have to adjust some settings because I think like the cutscene settings too much.
Yeah. Oh, is that right?
Yeah, like when it's like this is terrible. I'll for sure try to fix it next time. I'm sorry, guys. Because now it's just Google slide.
Yes, I love watching his presentation. Well, I didn't want to see him die anyway.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is kind of like the censored version. I know. We'll rewatch it together if you really want to. And, like after this.
Yeah, what happened to him? Like literally, I didn't even see it.
So what? This is so awkward when it's none of that made sense. It was normal there?
What? Wait. No, was it actually?
I don't know. It didn't. I mean, if it's not working on the game, it's not. Obviously. Yeah. No, the game was for some reason whenever it goes to like cutscenes like that, the game's just like no.
I mean, it didn't do that perfectly during the end. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's with that. I don't think that happened to me when I played it.
Alright, let's finish.
Yeah.
I am emotionally fried.
Well, Hufumi's wearing Celeste's hairstyle again.
And your shit.
Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace.
Big brother.
Another murder. Another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly. Feeling like I'm going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Oh my god.
Stop
so
it,
much sad. Talk of sad screams invaded our schools. They're each forced to realize once again. He, of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the ending of the game. Yeah.
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know that? The game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life and death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
however,
Just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Amando's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. Oh my god, he's so like, what the fuck? He liked people blaming him. Like he was like getting off on that.
He's like, yeah,
Like,
you
he's
think
got like
it's
a
me?
he's got like a guilty fetish.
A guilty fetish.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that every fetish? Is a guilty fetish?
His voice is calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. Chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too?
The rule never mattered. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing
Then I
to
don't
be done.
particularly care. Please continue.
Let's say, like everyone breaks that rule at this point.
Get from Makoto Fukuzaki.
The night grew late. I decided to return to my room. That's when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mando coming out of the girls' locker room. What? You knew all along? Byakuya!
Yeah.
After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw a corpse.
You mean you actually witnessed the murder?
Fuck this guy. Okay, I love him. He's such a fool. Didn't have the slightest idea what I'd seen him do. Or that I'd seen him.
Well, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's
But
right.
yeah. Indeed. If that had been the end of it, how boring would that I mean, yeah, not wrong.
Yeah.
I love how he blamed Taka. Man, they're gonna have a rocky relationship. I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. That's why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. Did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So, after hearing about Genocide Jack and Toko, you decide to use them to create the fake murder scene?
But
Damn, man, if you can't figure out who had really done it, you would be dead too, right?
Obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached the point. Of course, Jackie had turned to look at me now. You feel his sharp eyes piercing in me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone who never did. I was able to perform an interesting experiment. So do decide to become black. No. Jump. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason.
Satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on. There's
Hey.
something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why?
Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What? You're over-exaggerating.
I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victim, and everything will be revealed.
I'm a noble son of a noble family. Will you understand me? I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name,
In the name
of
of
my
the
family.
In the name of the Tagami family, for which victory is not conclusion.
You're getting
Ooh,
all
so
riled
cool.
up.
It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap.
Yeah, get it.
Hey, come on.
Monokuma's laugh peeled across the floor. The curtain closed on the case of Chihiro. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue and kill more of the characters that I love, leaving me in despair. Because the mastermind wouldn't let it in. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell, had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed.
What?
I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? 16th high school spoon man.
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because
Demonetized denied.
That's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Oh my god. That's why it's called voice like this.
10 students remain.
Yay.
To be continued. On to chapter 3. Okay, we got a scroll.
Oh yeah, we want to save. Okay.
Do we want to go on, or do we want to stop?
No. I am emotionally exhausted.
Oh,
And well exhausted. Like,
oh yeah, it's like 1:16 a.m.
yay. I'm tired. Hello. Why? Why must they kill all the people that I love?
I'm so sorry. It was so hard not telling you that.
No, I appreciate your poker face.
You know,
You done good. You done good.
So far, we will recap what happened.
I am very off on my estimates of who will and will not die.
Alright, so here's our list.
Yes, yeah, it was a good trial, but like, my god.
Yeah.
So I am currently wrong on on
both of them.
all of them, even the one with Coco, because she's a murderer. Oh my god. Well,
Yeah, both Chihiro. Chihiro. Murderer. Freaking.
see, I thought Chihiro was gonna like accidentally kill someone and be like, I did it! I didn't mean to. It was an accident. And then Mondo was gonna get killed because he's too sweet. But it was the other way around. Which, it's pretty good. I wasn't expecting it. But, I don't know. Alright, I am going to head to bed. It has been nice streaming with you.
Please don't.
What? You don't want me?
Don't touch my neck! Ah!
Are you ticklish?
Sensitive around my neck.
Okay.
Alright, thank you guys so much for coming.
Yes, thank you for everyone who's been watching.
Yeah, this was a very,
Emotionally.
yes, raining, hard, emotional, sad style. Yeah, and thank you so much for joining in. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Have a good one,
Nice.
everybody.
And until we shall meet again, as always, bye you!